We're going to take all of that knowledge, all that background knowledge, all that hands-on knowledge, and we're going to design a process to clean up an oil spill. So I've prepared a model riverbank. You each are going to have this. That's going to have rocks, which is the shore, and you're going to have water. We are going to spill a certain amount of oil, and I want you to be able to notice what happens. What's happening? Can you all see what's happening here?
It's staying right there.
Right now it's staying there. Do you think it's always going to stay right there?
No.
So you're going to have the riverbank. This is the riverbank. You're going to have the water. And then you're going to have to design something that takes it out. What process did Taya learn about as she was helping to clean the oil spill? Deshanique?
While I was cleaning the oil spill, she learned the engineering design process.
You guys agree with her?
Yes.
She learned the EDP, which is the engineering design process. Before we go to the Imagine, let's turn to that page in your STEM folder of 4-3. With your team, you're going to answer questions 1, 2, and 3. Number 1 needs to be in a complete sentence. 2 and 3 do not.
Because they were kind of like how you said, they were hurting animals, and that's going to be causing other animals to start dying because...
Yeah, because say a bear eat a fish and the fish has oil, then it's going to harm the bear.
Remember our food web from yesterday. As one part of the river of the ecosystem was affected, others were also affected. In order for you to create everything that you use is going to cost you money. This is part of your constraints. So if you want to use a cotton ball, how much is a cotton ball going to cost you?
$2 million.
1 cotton ball. And if you want to use a spoon, how much per scoop is it going to cost you? So is $20 million enough to clean up your oil spill?
No.
This is one part of your criteria. It has to be less than or equal to $20 million. And then you're going to get a cost score. Second constraint is something called a shore score. You're going to take a brown bag and you're going to put it flat on the rocks. You're going to pick it up. When you examine it, if you see any traces of oil on it, you have to add 5 points to your score. Your third way to evaluate, you're going to take your oil detection sheet and you're going to put it on the water. And then you're going to pick it up and you're going to count all of the little oil that you get. So while we're imagining today, you need to think about these 3 things. We are going to individually brainstorm 2 design ideas. So you're going to turn to 4-4, and you're going to do this by yourself. So yesterday we were doing a lot of imagining, but before we go back into this, I want to go back to our guiding question. So how can we use what we have learned about the ecosystems, materials, and tools to help us design a process to clean up an oil spill so it has the least impact on the environment? I would like you to go back and take about 2 to 3 minutes going back to your Imagine, see if you're going to make any changes. Then you're going to talk with your teammates.
We're going to use the yarn to contain the oil since it was the best. Then we're going to use 3 uses of the spoons, 3 uses of the sponge to get up most of the oil, then get off all the excess with the spoon.
So you have 2 different observations of the same thing. What was your observations?
I said that it absorbed it because it absorbed it when it was in the circle and it sprayed out.
Like it all went to the side of the cup, remember? It all went like to the brim of the cup.
So what do you think? Are you still willing to try the yarn? Come on back. Once you've come up with your cost, Then as an entire team, you're going to fill this out, which is what are the steps.
Okay, first we're gonna be using the spoon, then the pipette, and then what's next? We're gonna use pipette, spoon, and yarn.
So you're going to buy one pipette, and how many times are you going to use that pipette?
5 times.
5 times, okay. And what else are you going to buy?
Spoon.
Spoon. How many times are you going to use that? 5 times.
5 times.
Anything else you're going to buy?
Yarn.
And what's the yarn for?
We're gonna it's for keep it in the boom. It's for the boom.
Oh, so the yarn's for the boom.
Because the sponge is just to soak up most of the oil, and then the spoon is just to get off the excess.
So you feel confident?
Yeah.
Excellent. At this point, you are now going to think, what is your score? You do need to do this before we go down. The rest you can't do until we implement our cleanup process. You need a balance between how much you're spending and what's the impact on the ecosystem. So let's take a look at yours. You say yours is going to spend $9 million. Do you think you're going to really be able to clean out the ecosystem well? You might not. We've done the imagine, we've done the plan. Now we're going to do the create part. You're going to take this paper, which is our budget, and you're going to go to the store. Once you've cleaned up, then we're going to look at your scores, and we'll talk about that more. And when I call your table, you can quietly go up. Table 2, one person can line up behind.
Over there.
Oh yeah, Frankie, good job,
That's
bro.
2.
That's as much oil as I can possibly get, and that was our 5th time. Should we increase the number?
Yeah.
That means we have to change the budget.
There's some on the side. Where? What side? Oh, I see something. Try not to move it to the shore. Try not to move it to the shore.
Don't move it to the shore. Don't move it to the shore.
I'm watching.
Okay. So where are we now? Have we used up all our materials? Yeah. So what do we need to do now?
Cardboard.
When you're done, you need to use the brown paper for the shore. You pat it down gently. If there's any oil on it, you add 5 points. Then you're going to use your oil detection. You're going to take it, you're going to put it on top of the water. Then you're going to look at it, and you're going to use the oil detection, and you're going to look at each square and compare the square and the size of the oil, and you're going to count up. The big dots cost 3 points, middle is 2, small is 1. And take a look at it. Is there oil on this at all?
A little bit.
Dip it into the water.
I know we're gonna have oil. No. You could see. We only have medium ones.
Oh god.
We have small ones. But
Yeah, we only have the small ones.
Today, we are now going into the improve stage. Remember our team data from yesterday. You're going to think about what really works well, so you're going to go back to lesson 3 and look at your observations, say what materials worked well. You're going to think about what Thomas said, which was that it's very important to contain the oil first before you start removing it. In the back of your book, you have a new plan. You are going to figure out the budget, and you're going to do the steps. All right, let's go.
Do you want to get a rubber band?
I think we shouldn't get a rubber band. It did or did it?
It didn't work.
It kind of did.
Contained it, but it went
Kind
over.
of did.
Because that was the first thing we did. We put the rubber band and then it kept that circle contained.
We're going to use pipette, nylon, and yarn.
So we could contain it.
So you guys all agree with that? Pipette, nylon, and yarn. Okay, yeah.
So the budget's still pretty high.
Oh, well.
But
This is how we're going to have it. And it's going to... How much did I say?
70 million.
Yeah.
Here, then, go ahead and do it. You can do it.
You're gonna get it right from the middle?
Well, why not?
Okay, look. It's good.
So how are you going to take
Because
this?
the yarn is under it, and you have to put
Where's the other yarn?
the yarn.
Go like this.
Dip it in there.
What do you think?
You want to dip it?
Come on. Come on, Hiram. You can do it. Be
where?
brave. Be brave.
What if I get it?
Good, 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 good.
A bit more.
Oh my gosh, we nailed this. So we're done? Miss Shipman, come in. We got like all of it.
Wow.
We done. Oh my
Look at
gosh.
that. So have you used up all your things?
Yeah.
Now, are you ready to do your short score?
Yeah, I feel
Do your
so
short score?
good about this.
Excellent.
Short score, we got nothing. Short score, we got nothing. Okay, Adam, do you want to use a pipette?
We should use the sponge again.
Yeah, I want to use the last bit for the sponge.
Sure. Hold this, please.
Well, actually, maybe I should use the pipette. We use only tiny little drops.
Yeah, so try to get the tiny drops while I get all the oil out of this.
So if you were going to improve this again, would you choose coffee filters?
No.
No. So we're going to share out our thoughts about our improved stage. Is it okay that you didn't necessarily improve? Totally. Engineers, scientists, they might do it a second time and they might get different results. When you try different things, you get different results. When you take a risk, you get different results, and that's okay because we are learning. Nice job, ladies and gentlemen. Give yourself a pat on the back. We did an excellent job. I think that EiE requires the kids to think. It requires them to make connections, to think on a higher level, and it encourages them to go back and look at their data, because if you look at lesson 3, we have all this data where they're testing their materials, and then lesson 4, let's choose our materials. Well, go back and look to see what your results or what your observations are, and then choose based on that. So I think EiE does that quite well because it encourages the connections between the lessons, encourages the kids to go back and look at the information, use your data to make informed decisions.